Hi moms, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for those who've subscribed. Those who haven't subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe. It will be very meaningful in so many levels and so many ways. So yeah, today we're going to talk about something that's just so hilarious. We've been talking about it, and I've also been talking to my friends and my family just about it, like to just tell me some of those things that I do as a new mom that are so annoying. Yeah, apparently there's so many things we do that are so annoying. Yeah, and then I also remembered, like, before I became a mom, things I used to see other moms do, and I'm like, just stop it, Yeah, so as much as you're a mom, you tell yourself, you know what, everyone has to deal with it because it's my moment and let me just enjoy my moment. But then apparently those things are really still so annoying to so many people. But then again, sometimes maybe it's not even just that they are annoying, it's just when you hear too much of something or see so much of something, then it becomes so annoying. So maybe that's the level at which it's annoying. It's really not like it's a bad habit, it's just too much. Yeah, so I'll start. It's a countdown, so I'll just talk about, there are so many, but I'll just talk about at least 10 that really caught me by surprise, and also some of them are just so obvious. Yeah, so number 10, this is just so hilarious. Number 10 is naming your baby. Okay, so one, there's just giving your child a nice unique name, and then there's giving your child a really crazy unique name. By what I mean, it's a name that already exists, but then the spelling is crazy. Yeah, so yeah, you could name your child Ava and Gianna and Kira, and that's so cute and so unique. Okay, maybe not anymore right now. And then you could name your child, say, for example, a name like Kevin with a Y. Yeah, instead of the I, you put a Y. And then instead of Kev, maybe it's Keyv, or maybe Jacob with a G and a K and a U. Like, so then now it becomes even like really hard for the child eventually when they get to go to school to keep telling the teacher that their name is not spelled the way it is. Like, I'm Jacob, but with a G and a K and a U. Yeah. I mean, you do you. Yeah, like, just let people be. Let people do whatever it is they want to do. Let people give their children unique names. But it can be really annoying. I find it annoying, but then sometimes I'm like, you know what? Let her be. It's her baby. She can name the baby however she wants. If you want to name your child YouTube, just go ahead. It's your child. Yeah, but just think about like what this child will be going through, like growing up, having to spell their name all the time. As an African, it already is hard as it is, like spelling your name all the time and having people mispronounce it. But yeah, if you want to make it harder, then it's your child. Yeah, I mean, so number 9, mom jacking every conversation. I do this a lot. Whenever you call me, just be guaranteed I'll talk about my mom life. Yeah, you'll call me for whatever reason, it doesn't matter what it is. You'll call me to ask me if I've done the assignment or if I've done the exam and I have the answers, and I'll just jump into mom life. Yeah, that's me. I'm annoying like that. I always, like, everything has to be about mom. I have to give you a little bit of my life before we can talk about what it is that we need to talk about. Sometimes I really try so hard to stop mom jacking every conversation, but it just ends up like I'll meet my friend for lunch and the whole time we'll just be talking about schools and hospitals and mom life and this and that. And then sometimes after the meeting, I'm like, really, like, there's so many other things like we could be talking about. So we need to stop talking about mom stuff all the time. Yeah, we can talk about mom stuff, yes, but not all the time. Sometimes it gets too much, even to me as well. Like, after I'm done with that, I'm like, what was that about? Like, was it really necessary? Yeah. And then number 8, and this is a bit controversial. Not controversial. It's just something that maybe we grew up with our parents doing, and then now we are doing it, and it's so annoying. It's putting your child on phone. not even putting your baby on phone. Can you imagine, like, you're talking to your, I don't know, your friend, and then they're like, oh, do you want to talk to Gigi? Like, okay, first, has she started talking? No. So what are we going to talk about? So you're there, like, talking to a baby who's just cooing and doing nothing. It's so weird and so strange. Or even like babies who talk, like, oh, do you want to talk to Auntie Diana? And I'm thinking, oh no, don't put me on phone with that child. Because again, it depends. Like sometimes they're like, yeah, please put me on phone. But sometimes they're like, yeah. Funny thing, like, I think we grew up and experienced so much of that in our household. Like whenever my mom is on phone with anyone, she will bring the phone to you and have you talk to that person, whether you know them or not. Whether it's someone you've ever seen or not, she'll make you talk to them. So maybe that has made me not do that. Like sometimes I'll just be talking to my mom and she's like, oh, put me on video, I want to see Gigi. I'm thinking, oh, okay, that's a thing. Yeah. Like I usually am reminded by the other person to put the baby on phone, but it's not usually something that I initiate. So maybe, hopefully, I pray that I get to grow up and not be that kind of a mother. Not that I'm judging, but I just don't want to make my child run away when I'm on phone because they know, oh, mom's going to put me on phone. Like, yeah, I pray so much. I know it's hard, but I just really, really pray that I don't become that kind of a mom. So number 7, okay, this is really, it really annoys me to death. I know I'll get there, but it does annoy me to death. Like ignoring tantrums. Have you been to the supermarket and there's a child on the floor and the mom is just, it's like, that's not my child. Like she's just doing her thing. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, do we just whoop this child or what do we do with them? So yeah, so that really annoys me. I'm a mom and it annoys me. I know I'll get there. I think maybe like you're just like, okay, now what am I supposed to do? Do I whoop them in public or do I just ignore them? Or maybe you're so used to it, you're like, you know what? Or maybe you just know they'll cry and then eventually they'll stop crying. But like it's really, it becomes a nuisance to the other people around. So yeah, I don't know really what you could do about that. But apparently it's very annoying. I used to think it was annoying and I used to feel like maybe I'm too judgmental. But apparently it's a thing. It's actually really annoying to everyone. Sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe the mom is like, let the baby just cry it out and then they'll be fine. But sometimes it's like, no, you need to get your together. Yeah. So number 6 is, I've done this before and I felt so bad afterwards and it wasn't even intentional. So leaving a mess at the restaurant. So yeah, so my baby has, all babies anyway, like you give them whatever and they'll just start tearing it up and throwing it down. You give them a slice of bread and tearing the bread and whatever it is you give them, they're going to leave a mess. And I remember one day, like after we left the restaurant, I was thinking, I just remember like seeing how messy the place was and I was like, I'll make sure I ask someone to clean it up or I clean it up before we leave, and I forgot. And I felt so bad afterwards. And she always does that, even at home, like whenever you put her somewhere, you know the baby was there because you know by the mess around. So I usually feel like, oh my God, like can you imagine someone who has no business cleaning after you, like how bad that is. So yeah, so leaving a mess at the restaurant, like sometimes, I don't know, you carry your own food to the restaurant or you give your baby your food to play with to distract them for whatever reason. And then you forget to ask someone to help you clean it up. Or you forget to just alert them and let them know that maybe there was some mess, if they're okay cleaning it up. And then you just walk away like nothing happened. Yeah, I can imagine like how annoying that can be. I think maybe that's why sometimes they hide the high chairs from parents because they're like, nah. So yeah, that is really annoying to date. And then number 5, which honestly, I know it's annoying to other people, but there are so many reasons for this and it's never intentional. So number 5 is always cancelling plans. always, like, let me tell you, I get so excited about plans. I get so excited. Like, you tell me next week there's a baby shower, and I'm like, yeah, what's the theme? And I go shopping. I'm like, yeah, we're coming for this. And then the day gets there, and I'm like, okay, so maybe the baby woke up with just bad moods, or maybe when you're just about to leave, the baby's crying, and you're thinking, there's no way I'm going anywhere. The number of times I've cancelled like nail salon appointments, hair salon appointments, just hanging out with friends for just nothing all the time. And it's usually like a last minute thing, because I look at the baby and I'm like, there's no way. There's really no way. Like, I just have to cancel. And I feel like this, yeah, it's a bad habit, but it's not your fault. It's not like I know for sure I'm going to cancel. Like, even just today, I called my sister and I'm like, we are going for that event. She's like, yeah, of course. And I'm sure deep down she's like, I know her, she'll just cancel. But no, I want to make it very, very intentional this year. Like, I want to attend everything with no fail. If it means I'm going with the baby, I'll go with the baby. But I don't want to cancel any plans because, the baby this, the baby that. No. If we are going to run errands and there's no one to watch over the baby, we are going with the baby. Yeah, it's that simple. Number 4 is letting your baby use the phone or tab or whatever without the earphones on. So whatever it is they're watching is on loudspeaker or full blast volume. It's just loud. Maybe they're watching a cartoon. Maybe you're in the bus and they're watching a cartoon and it's loud. Or maybe you're at the restaurant and they're watching Cocomelon and it's loud, and everyone else around you can hear it, and it's just so annoying and so loud. Yeah, I used to find it so... No, funny thing, I find people on loudspeaker annoying, but I've never found a baby watching whatever cartoon they're watching annoying. Really, I've never, because I understand. Even without me being a mom, I used to understand. I'm like, okay, they need that distraction, and then what? Are you supposed to put on headphones on a child? No, like, just let them be. Like, if this habit is annoying to you, then I'm sorry, because what am I supposed to do? Like, are there headphones for babies? And then can you imagine what's that doing to their ears? Like, no, sorry, that... I'll be that mom. I'll be that annoying one. Yeah, and then number 3, I did this once. And I didn't even know how stupid I looked until afterwards. Yeah, so changing your baby's diaper in public. So anyway, in my defense, it was at a corner in a restaurant. Yeah, so I was like, I'm not going to the toilet to do this, and the car is so far, so it's a quick one, it's just pee, so let me just put the shawl up or put the changing mat, change the baby quickly. Obviously no one noticed, but afterwards I was like, if I saw someone do that, I think I'd flip. So yeah, so I'm sure so many moms really honestly understand. Even sometimes you're at the supermarket and you're like, I have to do this now here, like, it's just what it is. Like, most moms do this. So it's either you run there, you're running into the car to go change the diaper, or you can just quickly do it right there without anyone seeing you. It's not like you're at the counter and everyone is seeing you and you're busy changing. No, it's just you do it like when no one is seeing you. I know it's a bad habit, but yeah, it's a mom thing. Also, another bad habit is this trying to excuse everything you do, like it's a mom thing. Yeah, and then number 2 is when you're out shopping or mostly shopping, and then you block the aisle with your baby stroller. Yeah. So you don't just leave it there. You're like, okay, let me just leave the stroller there and then I'm busy shopping. No, it's you're holding the stroller and then you forget you're busy looking at things. You forget you're blocking. The same way you do with just a normal shopping trolley. You forget you're shopping and you're blocking the aisle. So the same thing with us, with a stroller. Honestly, I don't find it annoying. How is it number 2 though? Anyway, like, just say excuse me, and then everyone does that with their trolleys. I know it's annoying, but you do it absent-mindedly. So many times I'm like, I'm not going to be that person blocking other people in the aisle. I'll always like have it at the side, but then you find yourself like, or maybe you've moved from this side to the other side and you forgot, and yeah, just say excuse me. Like, why is this annoying? Anyway, so number one, this is a bit controversial. It's one of the controversial mom topics, is oversharing. So whether it's on social media or just any other social setting, like oversharing your baby's photos, your baby's progress, your baby's milestone, your baby's this and that, everything, your baby's hair. Yeah, I do that. Just let them be again. Like, I know it's annoying, but imagine it's that child, so you just have to see. Yeah, they're oversharing. Also, sometimes, like, you're so excited as a mom about all these things, so who do you share them with? And then sometimes when you're posting these things on social media, it's not for other people. So I don't know. Yeah, obviously it's for other people to see, but at the back of your head, you're like, oh no, this is for memories. Like, one day I'll look back and I'll remember. And and then you forget there are other people watching. But then you're like, people are just like, literally just scrolling. Like, no one is spending 10-15 minutes looking at your baby. Like, people have things they're doing on social media. But then, yeah, the other people who just for the way you take photos of your food, the same way you take photos of your clothes and your shoes and your nails and your whatnot, is the same way like moms feel proud about sharing the things they love the most about their babies or even their babies. I know it's not safe and all that, but sometimes it is what it is. Sometimes I even put up a photo of my baby and then I sleep on it, wake up in the morning, I'm like, nah, I pull it down. So yeah, it's just the excitement, the moment, just let moms be. So in short, there are all these things that people find annoying about new moms. Imagine, especially, I don't like how like moms with more than one child judge new moms. They're like, you'll get over it. Just leave her alone. She's like, you are there once and you understand how it is. You get so overly excited about everything in a child's life and in your life as a new mom and the progress you're making and the achievements and all these things. You get so excited and sometimes you just forget about the things that the things that are just common sense and the things that are common courtesy. You forget them and you end up doing things that annoy people around you. But for the people who find all these things annoying, just understand. It's a new mom. And most of the time you find all these people oversharing, blocking the aisle, I don't know, putting the baby on phone and whatnot, are new moms and they're just excited. And for me, it's that excitement that pushed me into starting this YouTube channel. So you can imagine if I just sat back and I'm like, nah, I don't want people to judge me for being that annoying mom who talks about their child and mom life as if the rest of us have never been moms. Sorry. Yeah, like just find whatever it is that makes you happy and do it. Like if you keep waiting for validation from strangers and if you keep pleasing other people, you'll never get to do the things you want to do. Yeah, so with that, I'll leave it here. I thought about oversharing and I thought, okay, well, so I'll post, I think, hopefully, pray for me, my next video will be a day in my life. So just a typical day in a stay-at-home mom's life, what it is I do. Then you get to see like why I never get so many things done, why I get, all this excitement and whatnot. Yeah, so it won't be, there's nothing like a perfect. It's my day, it's a day in my life. If it's boring, if it's whatever, it's just really how my day is. So I'd want it to be out there. Yeah, so hopefully I get to post that in the next 2-3 days. Yeah, please don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like and share. And thank you so much for being here. Bye.